Happy April 24th. It is Thursday. I went to write down notes for what I wanted to communicate today, and I couldn't. So what that means to me is I am somebody that likes to just go with the flow. I'm a free speaker. So the main message I want to communicate today, and I think I have alluded to it, is that my calling during this time is to help spark and ignite a fire in those of you that have been feeling this shift. It is to help you in your awakening into what the truth is. Now, you've been feeling it, but most of the time, what we do is we do not respond because we are still operating under our limited beliefs. We are still choosing to stay mentally imprisoned by the brainwashing that we've endured, whether it be from the families that we grew up in, the educational system, or the different things that we have picked up along the way. A lot of that is the idea that we don't want to be rejected by those around us. So out of fear, yes, being a scaredy cat, out of fear, we don't want people to look at us like we're strange because our truth is dramatically different from that which the world has been telling us. Even churches, even, the people that we're supposed to trust have been keeping us in an illusion. Why? Because that's what evil wants. Evil doesn't want us to have the connection that God truly desires for us. And one of my last videos, I told you Jesus didn't come and live a perfect life because he wanted us to live a perfect life. No, he came to show you what alignment with God truly looks like. Jesus isn't the only Christ. Jesus had the Christ spirit within him. He was giving us an example of the exact relationship that we can have with God, regardless of our external circumstances or what we were brought up in. Jesus didn't say, accept me, Jesus, into your heart. No, he said, accept the spirit, the Christ consciousness into your heart. So the relationship that Jesus had with God, because he chose not to immerse himself into the darkness, is the type of relationship that we too can attain. Yes, physical healing abilities. Yes, energy shifting. Yes, moving mountains. Oh, ye of little faith. If you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. But see, here's the thing. You don't believe it, so it's not going to happen. That's where manifestation happens. You want a life of abundance? You want what God has for you? Then start believing it's possible. Yes, for you. David and Goliath, Esther and Mordecai. Let's see, Abraham. Think about all these different people. Even Job. Job was stripped down and he never lost his faith. And look what God multiplied to him. By the way, you're going to see that happening in my own life. It's already happening. So I need those of you that have been called, that have been getting wind of this spirit, as this spirit has been entering you, I need you to start opening up your mouths. I need you to start communicating. I need you to start teaching these things to those around you. There's going to be many that won't want to hear you. There's going to be many that walk away from you. What's your true, what do you really want to do here? Do you want to be loved by those in the darkness? Is that where we're at? We're still there? Or are you going to speak your truth? Because you attract what you are. So, with that being said, there's going to be a lot of people that reject your message. Well, maybe they're not supposed to be around you. But when the Lord lives through you, when the Spirit lives through you, and you have miracles and crazy, awesome things happening in your life, those that once made fun of you are going to start paying attention. And they're going to want to come up to your frequency. See, those of us up here on this higher flying disc, this higher frequency, we can't have the lower vibrations around us because we start learning that our energies are sacred. We have to protect our energy, which is why we can't be frivolously, playing with the dark. We have to start raising our vibration. And it's not like, oh, I go to church and I look good on the outside. No, it is a transformation of the heart. It is a transformation. It is understanding and living out true, unconditional love. And yes, the majority of the church has no clue what this is. No clue. Because they have also been entrapped in the illusionment of the little bit that they get. And they're like, oh, I have Jesus in my heart. Therefore, I'm good. I'm going to heaven. You guys don't. Here's the thing. Heaven and hell is lived right here in your mind. It's a mental prison or it's a mental freedom. Think about the people that choose to live in darkness. Why do you think it's hard for them to get out of bed in the morning? Why do you think they can't shut their minds off at night? They're so worried about what has happened to them in the past and what's potentially going to happen to them in the future that they can't live right here now in the present moment. Okay, those of us that have been able to get past those fear-based illusions, those of us that have chosen to heal from our past wounds, and we have chosen to put our tomorrow in God's hands, we live in an unexplainable peace, the peace that surpasseth all understanding. Okay, that is why I am not moved any longer by fear. I am moved no longer by evil. It has no reign on me whatsoever. And there are many that are going to sit here and be like, well, how can God move so powerfully in a woman that did X, Y, Z? Keep paying attention. God does not work in the way you thought he did. He's taken the most vile of people and he's used them to revolutionize this world in a way that somebody that's always lived a good little life could do. I've been in the darkness. I know what it means to be there. I'm the teacher. I had to go there and I had to understand the lessons to come and to teach them. So I need you guys paying attention. I need you guys to be motivated by this. And I don't know when your time is or what your platform is or where you're supposed to be. I know what mine is. Mine's going to be here and then it's going to get bigger. You're probably going to see me on, national television one day. I will be a speaker at large events. I will be doing huge world-changing things. Why? Because I believe it. Why? Because it's not just about me. It's something outside of myself. God has called me to do his work. Oh, yes. And all these last 40 years of mine, we're training, refining. Paying attention yet? Guys, God's moving. Source, universe. The energetic field on this earth hasn't been like this in 26,000 years. There have been people that have awakened along the way, but it's not going to be like, it's not anything like it's going to be now. It is happening. And those of us that have already started to awaken are at the beginning. We are in the first wave. We are here to start showing people what it's like to awaken to the truth and stop allowing fear to control us. Yeah, it's fear. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm going to tell you a really cool story. I had a very transforming, my awakening has been happening in increments. And last night I had a very powerful encounter with the divine, with my spiritual guides. And, I woke up this morning and I feel renewed on a whole new level, because it's a leveling up, our frequency continues to rise. And I went down to get a cup of coffee this morning. And before I had gotten up to where I'm at, I had a car stop in the middle of the parking lot, rolled on their window. And this gentleman goes, I know sounds really weird. I'm sorry, but are you single? And I go, I am. I said, but I don't think I'm the kind of person. I'm not what you're looking for. I don't think I'm what you're wanting. And he goes, well, why is that? And I walked over to him and I said, listen, sweetheart. I said, I'm a highly spiritual person and I am here. And he goes, whoa, I feel your energy. And I said, yes, sir. He goes, but it's not a bad. I said, no, of course it's not a bad energy. My energy is felt. You see, what I am attracting now are people that eagerly desire and need the love that we have to give. And see, I don't chase anybody. I don't have to go door to door tracks. People stop in their tracks and they come to me because that is the power that has been bestowed upon me. But that's the same power that each one of us have. We don't have to go around passing out tracts. Our life is the sign. Our life is the living attraction of God's love. People come to us because we are different. I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to walk different. I didn't have to even smile. I didn't even look at the gentleman before he stopped his vehicle. That right there is attraction. And I'm not talking about my physicality. I'm not talking about sexual. He thought he may have wanted something from me, but he's been messaging me even after that. And he goes, you know what? He goes, I've been living a life drinking, and I've been living a life in darkness. And he goes, I'm afraid. He's like, I don't know that I'm ready. Do any of us think we're really ready? I said, come to me when you get off of work today. I'm gonna heal you. And that is my healing power. One life at a time. But see, the more of us that awaken, the more we raise the collective consciousness, and more people are going to be drawn to us. I have the Christ consciousness within me. His name was Jesus Christ. I am Terrah Christ. What's your name? Are you ready to put Christ after it? Because that's your connection with God. It's not Jesus, the person. It's the spirit that he had within inside of him. And it's the spirit that we also are to have inside of us. So if you ask Jesus into your heart, that's cute. But that's not who you need inside of your heart. Okay? Jesus lived a life of example. And yes, listen, it goes way deeper, guys. There's a lot of information that I will, and the information is out there, but it's very, very deep. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to have to break through so many different illusions that have been fed to us, okay? It was done on purpose, guys. The evil's smart. It's very conniving. It's very smart. And that's why breaking generational curses is so hard, because we've been blinded for so long, and we keep passing it on and on and on and on and on and on. And until those of us have been able to break through those illusions and really see truth for what it is as a base, that's when we start changing stuff. So let me tell you something right now. How long you been walking with Jesus? What kind of changes have you made in your life? I'm changing the world. That's the kind of power I have. What kind of power do you have? To go and be rejected when you go passing out tracts from door to door? You struggle to get people in your churches, but that's where Jesus lives. That's funny. That's funny. So anyways, if you guys are ready to take this seriously, if you're ready to really see the miracles of God, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming up, guys. And most people they're going to be scared to death of what's happening. Guys, you know, the end times, the rapture, all of that is not what we were fed. Okay? I am the trumpet. I am the sign. Okay? You don't have to believe me. Matter of fact, the gentleman that I met this morning is messaging me again. All right, I'm jumping off now, guys, but my voice is only going to get louder. It's only going to get stronger, and there's no way you're getting rid of me, okay? So I love you. I'm here for you. I'm currently in Orlando, at least until this next Monday, and we will see after that. So, are you guys ready for some fun? You guys ready to see God move in an incredibly powerful way?